notice, but he was still fit. But it's a little bit heavier than he's fought before. He likes to fight at 70. He's fought at 75. This is 77, so he's giving up a little bit of weight possibly. And he's got a big opponent in Sean Castello, but
that could be a bit of a factor, but Bradley Owen always brings it technically. He's just such an inspirational fighter. You watch this kid, and we've watched his growth over the last year or so of Battle Arena shows. And it's just amazing to see this kid show up time and time again, execute excellent technique, win fights, take it everywhere, and just be a great standout for Russell Perks.
Me and you had a little bet on this fight. I guess we can't reveal our bias.
We certainly won't.
We certainly won't. It might come across in the commentary, but me and you are disagreeing over who was the favorite coming into this one. But the real winners here are the crowd. They are about to see a great contest between two high-level martial artists and highly touted prospects.
Yes, the crowd here in Nottingham is definitely hotly anticipating this fight. You at home, joining us on YouTube, enjoy the next, hopefully, 3 rounds of an absolute barn burner of a fight. This is going to be amazing. Two guys just love to throw down. Now, we did see Sean Castello, unfortunately, drop a bit of a no contest decision in his last fight here at Battle Arena, but he's back in the cage in a few minutes. Bradley Owen gesturing to a little bit of extra chub he's carrying, but
like we say, this is Sean Roberts' second fight. His first one, he got disqualified for just being just outside the rules. I don't think it was an intentional foul, but that's the way it goes in MMA. Sometimes these shots can land in a spot they're not supposed to land in. But you've had the opportunity to train with him, Steve, and you seem to be a bit of a fanboy.
Well, Sean Castello comes from the highly regarded McLeod MMA in Aylesbury. They're moving to a larger premises in Aylesbury City Centre at the time, or Town Centre at the time being. But when you go against these McLeod's fighters, you know that they're going to have excellent technique. You know that they're going to have that Bob Green submission wrestling. You know that they're going to be being heavily influenced by RGA Bucks that is just down the street from them. And Sean Castello is a real standout. He's an excellent athlete, as you're about to see. His physique is incredible. He comes in shape, and he's under the tutelage of multiple-time British champion Neil McLeod. So how can you fight against or argue against that kind of winning combination? As he steps into the cage here, you are seeing that he is just the larger fighter. So Bradley Owen is going to have to think about what his tactics are to weather the storm that will be Sean Castello just momentarily.
And Sean Castello is a physical specimen. That man has seen a few weights rooms.
Bradley Owen bringing it for Russell Perks, Martial Arts Academy.
This fight brought to you by VikingWarriorNutrition.co.uk. And if you want to know what my fight of the night was, listen to the Slap in the Giraffe podcast.
This lightweight coming up to 77 kilos just to make a fight happen. Turning side kick. Kick comes through for Castello. Bradley looks to land the big right hand. He's looking to land power early on as Castello, as Bradley looks to maybe take it to the floor. He's got good position. I just want to see Bradley's forehead under the chin of Castello right now.
I think this is a good strategy from Bradley Owen. He's trying to take the fight a little bit deeper. We know that Sean Castello comes out super strong, and that, you know, if Bradley was my student, I'd be telling him to try and drag this into deep water.
And we see the strength of Castello through his hips as he sprawls back, but the craftiness of Bradley Owen as he goes back to the single. Castello spinning to the back.
Bradley Owen's very experienced.
Very clever from Bradley, looking to take it over. Some big pounding hands. The right hand of Castello, it looks like he favors that hand. He's looking to pick his shots right now. He's folding Bradley up like a lawn chair. Bradley maybe look to get the feet on the hips. Rolls back, he's back in the single leg position. Can he stand up, post, and come up? So I'd be calling to one of my fighters. Reaches to the back there. Hard to quantify what kind of damage Bradley Owen's taking here.
Great job to get his hooks in. Bradley Owen trying to kick his legs out to clear these hooks. It's going to be very difficult from this position. Sean Castello trying to sink a body triangle. That will make it even worse.
Just bullying Bradley Owen and Sean Castello right now.
Question is, can Bradley Owen weather this storm, get through to the later rounds where it's going to possibly...
God, Bradley Owen is tough.
He is super tough. Oh, he's desperately trying to clear those hooks.
Right now, trying to clear these hooks, just working hard. Castello looking to land big right hands. He's looking to finish it here. Bradley Owen just wincing under the power of Sean Castello as those thunderous right hands just keep sneaking through one after another.
Oh, the referee is taking a very close look at this. Bradley Owen's done well to get him off his back, but he's still taking a terrible amount. Oh, the referee's called it.
Bradley Owen looking, just being very disappointed with that stoppage, unfortunately. But
I think it was a great stoppage, I've got to agree. I think the referee stepped in at the right moment.
Just saw his head bounce back a couple of times, and it just wasn't right. It's okay. When you see that head snap a few times, it's just very difficult for a referee to want to see a fighter continue. And Alan Jackson is just trying to ensure the safety of the fighter. We want to see Bradley Owen back here again. He was giving up a bit of size, but nothing to take nothing away from Sean Castello. He is really making an impact here at the 77 kilogram division.
And here at Battle Arena, fighter safety is paramount, and I think all credit to the referee. Maybe could have even jumped in a little bit earlier, but he gave Bradley Owen all the chances in the world. We know that Bradley will be back, bigger, badder, stronger, and he took this fight on late notice, and that can make it a little bit harder to get prepared.
After 2 minutes and 14 seconds of the very first round, we have your winner via TKO, fighter in the blue corner, and please make some noise for Bradley Owen. Sean, so first round TKO. What's the game plan going into this fight? Win. Straight up, desperate. I was going to try to keep it standing, but he's still coming to me on split. And that's done well. I put out the last on top of him. Felt a bit strong. Got a good time, I'm not going to lie. But I see it. I was hitting him with some shots. I see the ref come over once and I thought, you know, if you keep going, he wants to power through. It's a really nice body triangle you had from the back. Did you see him getting out of that position? I thought he was going to roll me onto my back, and I went for the choke. But luckily he stayed on my shoulders. Just worked back and through there. So big shots weren't getting through all up from the doors. Yeah. Should people are saying something about this? What do you think of that? Well, he's doing his duties. He's fighting back, he's moving. And the ref says he's going to drop it. It's a great performance.